This is the weekly sales meeting for October 27th, 2024. My name is Chris Fleming. You can reach me at chris@cdmediaconsulting.com or go to our website at cdmediaconsulting.com. Today's topic, persistence makes perfect. Selling is a profession that requires determination and patience. You need that ability to keep going even when things get tough. One of the most important qualities a successful salesperson can have is persistence. Persistence is the act of continuing on a course of action despite challenges. In sales, this means not giving up after hearing a no or when facing rejection, but instead finding ways to move forward. The path is not always easy. Many salespeople will tell you that rejection is a big part of their job. For every deal that closes, there are many more that don't. But what separates a good seller from a great one is how they manage these rejections. The key is persistence, and it's something that anyone can develop with time and practice. Imagine planting a seed in a garden. You water it, give it sunlight, and wait. At first, nothing happens. It might seem like the seed will never grow, but with patience and consistent care, that seed will eventually sprout. The same principle applies to selling. It takes time to build relationships with potential customers. It takes time to understand their needs. It takes time to help them see the value in your product or service. If you give up too soon, you will miss the opportunity to make that sale. You will miss the chance to earn a new customer. Calvin Coolidge was the 30th President of the United States. He said nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. Even if you have natural talent or intelligence, it won't matter unless you are willing to put in the effort and keep going. This is especially true when we hit resistance. You might face days when no one returns your calls or emails. There are other days when it feels like every door is closed or closed on you. It's during these times that persistence matters the most. It's about staying motivated and not letting rejection shake your confidence. The truth is, persistence is the difference between those who succeed and those who do not. And that goes for more than our life in the sales department. One of the most practical ways persistence plays a role in selling is through the art of following up. Consistent and persistent follow-up determines your willingness to go the extra mile to help your customers. Sellers who go the extra mile will find the road is rarely crowded. There's an old saying in sales, the fortune is in the follow-up. This means that while making a good first impression is important, it's the continuous follow-up that leads to successful deals. Persistence in following up can help build trust. It demonstrates commitment. Many sellers think that after one or two attempts, if the customer isn't interested, it's time to move on. But studies show that it takes multiple follow-ups before you make the sale. Most successful sellers say the majority of deals happen after 5 to 12 contacts. Most sellers give up after 2. It is the rare few that make their way to 3 or even 4. If you get to the magic sweet spot of 5 to 12, this will put you in the upper 5% of all sellers. It's easy to assume that if someone doesn't respond right away that they're not interested, yet potential customers are often busy. Prospects may need time or information to process the offer, and the bigger the ask, the longer it may take people to respond. So follow up. Be polite but interesting. Make sure you stay on the radar. Give your prospects an appropriate amount of time and follow up again. Your persistence shows that you care about your customers' needs. Another aspect of persistence is learning how to manage rejection. Rejection is a natural part of selling. Even the most successful salespeople face it on the regular. Instead of seeing rejection as failure, persistent sellers see it as an opportunity to gain valuable experience. They see it as a chance to improve. Each rejection can offer lessons about customer needs and wants. A review of your calls can tell you how to improve your presentation and cut down the time gap. Understanding the customer interaction can point out the changes you need to make, if any. A persistent salesperson doesn't take rejection as a personal affront. Instead, they see it as part of the journey. They understand that each no gets them closer to yes, and with each attempt, you refine your skills. With each contact, you will learn more about your customers. With each conversation, become better at what you do. Persistence also helps build resilience. For sellers, resilience is the ability to recover from difficulties, and it's the ability to recover quick. It is what keeps us moving forward. The more you practice persistence, the stronger your resilience becomes. Resilience allows you to handle the ups and downs of the sales profession, and handle this without getting discouraged. Resilience is especially important in the face of long sales cycles. Some deals can take weeks, months, or even years to close. During this time, it's easy to lose motivation. This is especially true when progress seems slow. But persistent salespeople stay the course. They understand that success doesn't happen overnight. Instead, they focus on the small wins along the way. These sellers keep their eyes on the horizon and in sight of the larger goal. As Thomas Edison said after many failed attempts to create the light bulb, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's persistence led to one of the most important inventions in history. Understand, every failed attempt brings you closer to finding what does work. Persistence is not only about making the sale, it's also about building strong relationships with your clients. Customers want to work with salespeople they trust, salespeople who are authentic and genuine, those that care about their needs. When you are persistent in reaching out, following up, and offering solutions, you show that you are invested in their success. Building long-term relationships means staying in touch with clients, and doing so even after the sale is made. By continuing to follow up and offer value, you can turn one-time customers into repeat clients. This kind of relationship building takes time and effort, but it pays off in the long run. As our first sales teacher, Zig Ziglar, once said, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." Persistence is about taking that first step and continuing to take steps even when progress is slow. Over time, those small steps add up to big results. Having a persistent mindset is a key to success in sales. Your persistent mindset gives you a growth mindset. This is what helps you believe in your abilities. It tells you that there is no substitute for hard work and perseverance. It helps you, as a seller, overcome challenges and keep pushing forward. With a growth mindset, you will see obstacles as opportunities to gain experience and learn. The opposite is also true. Without this growth mindset, you will see roadblocks as major obstacles to success. Having the right mindset also helps salespeople stay positive and focused. This is the key to pushing through when things are tough. Staying optimistic in the face of challenges keeps your energy high. It helps you continue working toward your goals. And when customers see your positive attitude and commitment, they are more likely to trust you. This trust makes them want to do business with you. Persistence is more than a helpful quality. When you are following up with a prospect, this is what pushes you forward. When you are managing rejection, it gives you the extra boost to move on to the next call. When the sales cycle gets extended, persistence allows you to keep moving forward. The most successful salespeople are the ones who don't give up when things get tough. Instead, they learn from their experiences. They keep trying and they stay focused on their goals. By practicing persistence, you can build resilience. Here you will form strong customer relationships. It is how you achieve long-term success. As Winston Churchill said, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Keep going, keep learning, and never underestimate the power of persistence. We've all heard the phrase practice makes perfect, but persistence is equally important. It means continuing to try even after failing. In simple terms, persistence means not giving up. Author Napoleon Hill once said, "Victory is always possible for the person who refuses to stop fighting." This quote highlights how persistence leads to achievement. No matter how difficult something may seem at first, with your persistence, great things can happen. Failure can be discouraging, but it's a valuable part of the process. Each failure teaches us something new. When we fail, we figure out what doesn't work, which brings us closer to what does. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, said, "I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying." Jordan missed more than 9,000 shots. He lost almost 300 games in his career, but he used each failure as a lesson. His persistence made him stronger. It is what gave him staying power. Well, that and some amazing next-level talents. Learning to play a musical instrument is another example. The first time you pick up a guitar or piano, it might sound terrible, but if you keep practicing day after day, you get better. Eventually, you can play songs, and soon you might perform in front of others. Each time you practice, your confidence grows. Athletes also build confidence through persistence. They don't start out as champions. They spend hours practicing to become more skilled over time. With each challenge they overcome, their confidence increases. Persistence helps us believe in ourselves and our ability to succeed. Setting goals is important, but reaching them requires persistence. If you want to run a marathon, you won't be able to do it overnight. It takes months of training, building endurance, and pushing yourself to get better. There will be tough days when you don't want to run, but persistence helps you stay focused. Each step brings you closer to your goal. As inventor Henry Ford once said, failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Every setback teaches us something, and persistence helps us use those lessons to keep moving forward. Persistence isn't something you're born with. It is something you can develop. One way to build persistence is by setting small, achievable goals. Each time you reach a goal, it motivates you to keep going. Over time, those small wins add up and you help build persistence for bigger challenges. It's also important to remember that setbacks are normal. Everyone faces challenges, but what matters is how you respond. Instead of getting discouraged, view setbacks as opportunities to learn. Each time you push through a tough situation, your persistence gets stronger. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is another way to develop persistence. Friends, family, and mentors can give you the encouragement you need to stay focused on your goals. They remind you of your strengths and help you keep going when things get tough. Persistence is the key to success in any area of life. Whether you are learning something new, working towards a goal, or facing a challenge, persistence helps you keep going. It builds confidence. It helps you learn from failure and keeps you motivated when things get tough. As the saying goes, at first you don't succeed, try again. Persistence is the path to improvement. Each time you try, you get a little better. By staying persistent, you can achieve your goals and make progress towards success. When you face challenges, remember that persistence will help you reach your goals, regardless of how big or small they are. Persistence helps you keep going. Persistence helps you keep learning. And persistence ensures you never give up. In that regard, it is persistence that makes perfect. My new book, 21st Century Sales Success, is now available on Amazon.com. If you like what you have heard here today, please consider ordering a copy or two. You can always send one to a friend. Go to cdmediaconsulting.com right now and follow the instructions to order.